hey, how's it going? Maybe you're listening to this because you like our old episodes. Maybe you're listening to this because you're like, I want to start at the beginning. Well, let me just tell you up front. Before we were Drunken Book Club, we were a podcast called Speaking of Which. I decided, hey, I wanted to keep these older episodes alive still, because they do keep kind of the love and thrill that we did for the adventure books, specifically this one here, the Welcome to the Internet, or is it Welcome to the Internet? Oh, it came from the Internet. Whoops. Apparently I don't know my own stuff, but I wanted to keep these episodes alive, even though they are not technically Drunken Book Club. They are kind of the beginnings of what a Drunken Book Club would be like. So here's this episode. Make sure to follow us on Patreon at patreon.com/drunkenbookclub if you enjoyed what you heard, especially with the kind of poor quality. I'm not gonna lie, it does get better. It doesn't get 100% better. We're still working on it. We're always trying to improve ourselves, especially with where we are. And also you can follow us on Twitter at dbc_pod. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy the episode. Bye-bye.
Boys and girls, welcome to this special episode of Spooking of Which. You may be wondering, where is the rupel? Well, he's actually right here. Yeah. What you didn't know is that I decided to take a hostile takeover, and I'm running the show today. Boys.
For once, I won't be raped afterwards.
Oh, no. There's definitely rape.
God damn it.
What?
I'm just kidding, by the way, for those that, if you're really actually concerned. I'm not raped.
No, she's not. It's
wow,
actually...
Sam made the rape joke.
It's hardcore consensual sex between two adults. And
And
anyways,
no
the actual topic of today is a very special, dear thing to our hearts around this time of year, and in general. Give yourself a scare with goosebumps!
Yes, as Juanito Bandito Roars McGee put it, we're doing the Give Yourself Goosebumps. Which one is it?
This.
Catch you while drinking water.
Oh, you got me with my mouth full. In this episode of Give Yourself Goosebumps by R.L. Stine, it's number 33. It came from the internet.
Ah! My
Just
search history!
Just like us, we're coming to you live from the internet. Are you part of this adventure too? Well,
We'll find out after we actually show who's on this episode.
Yes.
who's in this episode today?
Christopher the Rupel with...
Sam.
Quack.
Joe.
And I am the curator today, your host, Roz McGee. Come with me as I drag these people through hell. Will they survive, or will they meet a bitter end?
I've been there.
You're telling me I'm going back to work?
I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
but-
this is like 90-something internet. This is kind of scary and slow.
Yeah.
You're gonna hear a lot of dial tones.
God
Oh
damn
god, it's Yoko Ono's song.
Stupid monitor. Mom, get off the phone!
Get off the phone!
Nobody make a call.
Guys, I need a clear line for like the next 45 minutes. Can you please stop watching porn?
No.
Alright, at least like...
I'm trying to call my girlfriend.
I got half of the picture downloaded, for Christ's sake.
I need this picture of Pamela Anderson now.
I was waiting for 7 hours for this goddamn side boob action. Come on!
I finally got Neopets to load. Come on, guys.
Alright! Surfing the net is fun until your web crawler spider leaps out of your screen and sinks its fangs into you.
Ooh, spiders.
Now, a computer virus is erasing your memory so fast you can't even remember your name. It's going to be one fierce battle to save yourself. You might even have to go into virtual reality.
Ooh, fucking love lawnmower, man.
Yay, VR!
Can you beat the ghouls from Coffin City? Can you outsmart the evil digit wizard? And remember, if you get past all the rest, you'll still have to face Spider, the creepiest crawler there is.
Oh, thanks.
Well, I mean, it is the web.
This scary
That's all it
adventure
means.
is about you. You decide what will happen and how terrifying the scares will be. Start on page 1, then follow the instructions at the bottom of each page. You make the choices. If you choose well, you'll find a way to beat Spider.
Can we choose to put the book down? It's a bookie.
No, for you chose this adventure, so it shall be.
Like,
But if you make the wrong choice, beware. So take a deep breath, cross your fingers, and we're about to start this episode of Spooking of Which.
30 minutes,
2017 edition. Give yourself goosebumps.
3 hours later.
Suck it, bitches.
Cue the intro music. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Suck my dick. Please keep that in. Or can we at least come back at that point?
I think-
Oh my fucking god. Ah.
I hope that went through because you kind of hit the table pretty hard.
The sad thing is, I don't know the actual Friends theme song, so I don't know if he's like close to ending it or not.
He wants at least at the beginning.
He's pretty on par with.
Is it?
I was gonna say, yeah, I know the Friends theme song. I enjoy Friends somewhat. It's
Surprisingly, I've never watched it.
I thought I thought you segued into like it's not unusual.
Oh my god, we're doing the Carlton now.
Alright, page 1.
Page 1. Tell me again, your best friend Mark demands. You saw what on your computer
Ooh, can
screen?
this be Mark Lewis from middle school with the afro?
Oh yeah, it definitely is.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi,
Oh,
Mark.
hi, Mike.
The hairs on the back of your neck prickle just thinking about it. A bump, you answer. A weird squirming bump. It stuck out of the monitor, moved around like it was alive. Right. Mark rolls his eyes. You're out of your mind. Mark talks tough, but you've known him since you were little. You're used to it. It's true, you insist. And totally weird. Come on, see for yourself. You slam the front door. Mark is already halfway up the stairs to your room when you catch up to him. You turn on the computer and sit at your desk. With a
Easy
couple
to
of
have
double clicks and your
downloaded
password,
Navy page.
you log onto the internet. Okay, be prepared, you warn him. It's pretty creepy. Like I care, Mark scoffs.
It's his search history.
A moment later, a message pops up on your screen. A message in a little black box. Mark's mouth drops open as he reads it.
ASL.
Question though, what is he looking up on his search history at that time? That's what I want.
We're about to find out?
Yeah.
God.
Like Glob.
The message on your screen says, experiencing virus, need help to avoid fatal error. Oh man, Mark groans.
Oh,
You got a virus.
Oh.
What's that, you ask?
It's when you look at too much porn on the internet.
Do you know what a computer virus is? Mark stares at you in disbelief.
It's when you
It's a-
download that page from 4chan.
Right. It's a program that gets into your computer and messes everything up. It can fry your whole hard drive. You don't like the sound of that. You mean it could erase all my games and files and stuff?
Oh no, not my
What am I
Steam.
stuff?
Not my stuff.
Oh no, not my secret pictures of my mom photoshopped onto other things.
Oh, God.
Everything would be just gone. Whoa. You say, sitting back from the screen a little bit. Just then, your computer beeps. A long, loud, piercing beep. You cover your ears. Your eyes widen as a black message box doubles in size. This time, the message says, please, I'm begging you, help me. This virus is really bad. I need help now. Hurry.
Please, why?
Signed, your web crawler.
Why doesn't God let me die?
I want God let me die.
Why doesn't he uninstall the thing that makes me feel pain?
Thank you, Drawn Together reference.
What is my purpose?
You and Mark stare at the black message box on your
you need to
screen.
read those bottom parts of telling us what pages to go because they're quintessential. for
Oh,
us
this
to
one
know.
literally said read the message on page 2. Okay, this one's crawl over to page 3.
Ah!
You and Mark stare at the black message box on your screen. A sick feeling hits your gut. Now that's freaky, Mark says. I never saw an error message like that. It sounds like a real person talking, like it's alive. You glance at Mark and shiver. What web crawler are you using anyway? Mark asks. It's called Spider, you answer. You don't need to explain that a web crawler is a program you use to get around on the internet. Mark knows. Someone gave it to me for free, you said. Free software? Bad news, Mark exclaims.
It's like telling my
I
dad
can't
about.
tell if
Yeah.
Mark is gay or not right now.
Free stuff always has viruses. Let's turn this off, reboot, and start over.
Except for Napster.
Maybe the message will go away.
Maybe that's all it's about.
Shouldn't we try to help the web crawler, you ask? You decide. It's your computer, Mark says. But I'll tell you this. If you try to fix it, you could totally crash your hard drive.
Whoa, bro.
You think, maybe he's right. But the web crawler is asking for help. Now, read us. To try to get rid of the virus, turn to page 14. If you don't dare mess with it, reboot on page 43. Chris, what is your vote?
Oh god, I don't know. This is really hard, guys.
Do you try to get rid of the virus?
This
Or do you
I
dare mess with
like,
it and reboot
this
on
is a
page
real-
43?
Dylan.
It's time for us to go to reboot. We gotta save the programs. I vote for reboot.
I don't wanna. Game's too squirrely. I can never get to the fucking engrams.
Alright. In this episode of Give Yourself Goosebumps, I will ask one person and they will decide for the group.
No. This is
That's what I said. This is democracy.
No democracy.
Yes, this is democracy.
Okay, Samantha, do you try to get rid of the virus, or do you not dare mess with it?
Let's get rid of it, because rebooting never fucking works for a
Okay,
So
virus.
far, it is
Okay, sign
one
of
and
hands for
one.
reboot.
Reboot.
Okay.
Reboot.
Sign of
Time
hands.
to get rid of the virus.
I want to see how
On deux trois. So
Okay.
it looks like we're going to get rid
I want to
of the
see
virus.
if he gets fucked up.
So, to try to get rid of the virus, we must turn to page 14.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'm just curious, was this your Damien Daddy voice, by the way?
I think so.
Probably.
Actually, I actually think it was.
I can't tell if Mark's gay or not though.
No, he's supposed to be a jock bro.
He's supposed to
He's
be.
a jock bro. Like
He's
Airhead.
like, bruh.
Like
Bro.
bro.
Like,
Which was also my.
I was about to say, he sounds like
Frank.
anyone from 90s Goosebumps.
I guess you're right.
Like
Yeah,
the
it's like
friend
a-
from 90s Goosebumps.
Yeah.
He's never
There's no
really
such
there.
thing as gay people yet until I make it emphasis on gay.
Until there's a snap.
There you go.
Yeah.
I can't ignore that message, you declare. We've got to help the web crawler. Fine, Mark says. But how? Good question. You stare at the screen. Suddenly, another message box pops up. It covers the first message, filling the screen. What are you waiting for? Help me now. Under the message, it says, click here to continue. Wait! Mark yells. Too late. You already clicked the mouse. Turn quickly to page 52. Turning quickly! Another message pops up on the screen. You and Mark read it and begin to chuckle. You start laughing first, then Mark. Soon, you're both doubled over, screaming with laughter. This bug is killing me. Get a can of bug spray, will you? Open up your computer and spray your hard
This
drive.
book is
This-
getting way too meta
But
for my
this is
taste.
the computer saying everything, so it's like at this point you'd be like somebody's just watching you fucking with you right at this point.
Yeah.
Bug spray?
That's malware.
Mark
right there.
sputters. Man, oh man. Somebody's got a sense of humor, you mutter, wiping a tear from your eyes. But your computer starts and to beep again. This time it's even longer. Louder. And more ear-splitting than before. And this time it doesn't stop.
Actually, it's playing Darude Sandstorm.
You clamp your hands over your ears.
I just imagine that.
It's so loud.
That's gonna be.
You
painful to
feel
listen
as
to
your
when we're editing.
eardrums are going to burst. Sorry, I'm going
Yeah.
off of the book.
Yeah.
Ow! Mark screams.
Hey, we can relate to Mark.
Ow.
Covering his
Ow.
ears and bolting out of your room. I'm out of here. But what should I do? You yell after him. Mark doesn't answer. Follow Mark to page 69.
Wait, really?
Really?
Follow Mark to page 69.
We finally did it!
We did
This is
it!
the first episode that we've ever gone to page 69.
Nice.
And it's you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am the key to get to page 69.
And just imagine if me and Dylan had gotten our way of getting to play in Reboot Land.
This
man,
would never
It
happen.
would have never happened.
Mark
Sorry,
races
Sam.
downstairs. In a flash, he's out of your door. You're right behind him, but you stop in the kitchen to gulp down a few deep breaths. Man, are you fat. The beep is so loud, it rattles the dishes in the sink. You have to stop that stupid noise. Should you pull the plug on the whole computer? That should make the beeping stop. Or should you do what the message says? Grab some bug spray and fumigate your hard drive.
Oh my god.
One thing's for sure, you've got to act fast before your teeth split apart from that awful beeping. If you reach for the bug spray, turn to page 84, and if you turn off the computer, turn to page 99. Samantha, you are the starting vote.
Let's do bug spray, because that wouldn't work either.
All for bug spray, raise hand. 1, 2,
Yeah,
3,
that's
4.
it.
Unfortunately, it is unanimous. So, we are going to reach for the bug spray
gotta
and
get that
turn
raid.
to page 84.
Gotta get that right.
Yeah.
Does it make sense, right?
Which one do we get? Do we get the cockroach, the ants, or I don't know which ones?
The
You
termites.
grab a can of bug spray from under the kitchen sink. You grab a screwdriver and then race upstairs to your room.
Okay. Yes.
Your head throbs as you unscrew the cover on your computer. You press the nozzle on the can. Clouds of white foam shoot out. Same. You cover the hole inside. Oh my god. You cover the hole inside of your
Oh my
expensive
God.
computer with insect killer.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
we're smart.
Holy shit.
It's
The,
Morty.
I am so smart. I am so smart.
The hard drive,
I mean,
the memory chips, the motherboard.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
you hold your breath so you won't inhale any of the poison fumes. You hear a bunch of crackling noises as the electronic parts sizzle. A few sparks fly and then flicker out. Sounds like my sex life.
Sounds like our sex life if we did the other story in Professor Shock
Oh my
with the
god.
robots.
Oh my god, shock me, Dad. Finally, the terrible beeping stops. Yes! You shout. What the fuck? Okay. Pumping your fists in the air. But the next sound you hear sends ice through your veins. Shiver your way to page 49. A voice calls your name. Who is it? The computer. But you killed it with the spray. You spin around, right round, baby, right round like a record.
God damn it.
It's not the computer. It's worse than that.
It's Mark.
Mom? You stutter, trying to smile. Aren't you supposed to be at work? Your mom stands in the doorway, staring at your ruined computer. She does not look happy. What are you doing? She demands. That was a brand new computer. Do you know how much it cost your father and
Oh,
me?
please tell me how much it costs.
It had a bug, a virus, and you babble on about the error messages and the horrible beeping and how the computer told you to use bug spray.
Yeah.
But it's no use. Your computer is toast. Your
We
room
got
stinks of
trolled.
bug
I just
spray,
realized.
and your mom is furious.
Like, it wasn't actually a virus. It was just, like, your instant messenger up. And it was just a troll being like, lol.
It was Mark.
Yeah, it was Mark being an a-hole.
I can't believe this. She shakes her head as if to clear it. Stay in your room until I decide on your punishment.
But mother, I love him.
Learn your fate on page 61.
I hope she gives me big spankings on my buttocks.
Your mom slams your bedroom door. Really slams it with an incredible loud bang.
Yeah, I hope she gives me a bang.
Bang.
How?
Bang.
You hear her say. But you don't dare poke your head outside to see if she's okay. After all, she told you to stay in your room.
Bang.
And that's exactly what you're going to do. Too bad you don't know that your mom just hit herself in the head with the door. Now she got amnesia. She doesn't remember anything.
What the fuck?
Her name, her address, nothing. She doesn't even remember that she has a kid.
No!
And she certainly doesn't remember telling you to stay in your room. Looks like you'll be here for a long time.
What the fuck?
Too bad your computer is fried. At least you could have played some video games to pass the time. Now you'll be staring at the blank screen until the end.
That was the best ending ever. Oh.
Alright.
Well, we need to go back
Alright,
to...
so let's see.
We
We're
gotta
on
go
page,
all the way
we're on
back.
page 49?
No, we
Yeah,
gotta
it's
go.
page 49. Yeah.
49.
I
No,
thought-
that was Learn Your
I thought it
Fate.
was 69.
No, there was one. There was
it
something before
49.
that.
I think we were on 89.
Yeah.
Let me see. No, not that. Here it is. 84 was the one where we...
Oh my god.
Here you go. So we have to choose the fate where we turn off the computer.
All right, let's not listen to Sam anymore. She's the one who fucking killed us.
Alright.
Actually, we didn't.
One
die.
thing's for sure.
And
You've got to act fast before your teeth
Hold on,
split
hold on, hold on,
apart
hold
from
on.
that awful beeping.
Guys, we literally died of starvation because our mom forgot we exist.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
honestly, same.
Yeah.
Wait,
If you turn off your computer, turn to page 99.
I just...
Go to 99.
I don't like that. Like, I like the ending, but at the same time, it's like, holy fuck, that just went way down south.
Right.
Use bug spray on your computer? No way! Why ruin thousands of dollars worth of equipment when you can just pull the plug?
Almost 1,000.
You race back up your room. The shrill, screaming beep rattles your brain. You stoop down and reach toward the outlet behind your desk. You yank the plug out of the outlet. The noise stops. Silence. Beautiful silence. Phew, you say, letting out a little sigh of relief. You flop down in your bed. That's when you hear it. A tiny muffled voice coming from your computer. It's calling your name. But how can that be? You unplugged it. Find out what is on page 115.
Whoa.
It's your mom.
Do we even know what our name is, or is it just the reader?
I think it's just the reader.
Okay.
Sometimes they give us names. I can't remember though.
Okay, so far it's just us.
Yeah.
You sit up fast, your heart pounding as you approach your computer. Slowly, very slowly, the tiny voice gets louder. It calls your name again. You glance out the window by your desk and do a double take. It's Mark. He's standing in your backyard, waving and calling up to you. And you thought it was the computer.
Wait, can our name be Johnny?
Hey, Johnny!
Hey, Johnny.
You know, Johnny. No, from what's
Johnny Be Good.
No, because of. Oh, hi, Mark. I'm Johnny.
Oh my god, yes. Alright, it's John. It's the adventure of Johnny and Mark. There we go.
You do the voice. I want you to do the voice.
Oh, hey, Mark! You yell. I unplugged it, and the beeping stopped. You can come back in, you grin. That is, if you're not too scared. Mark kicks sheepishly at the dirt.
It's a great American movie.
Okay, he says. Go on up to page 19.
I've noticed that we've been going to pages ending with 9.
I feel like you should do a different voice every time we die.
Sorry I split that. Mark apologizes as he busts into your room. You know, I don't usually get scared. See, now he's gay. No problemo, you reply. But maybe we should take the computer to a computer store. I mean, we shouldn't mess with a virus. Let someone else fix it, you know. A virus is nothing, Mark agrees. We can fix it ourselves.
Yeah.
You hesitate, remembering the beeping noise. If it starts beeping, we can just pull the plug again, Mark says, as if reading your mind.
I like that that's the
Well.
scariest thing so far is beeping.
Hey, beep.
To plug in
Okay,
your
I don't like
computer
my
again
computer
and reboot,
beeping.
turn to page 43. To take it to the computer store to be fixed, turn to page 89. Dylan!
It gives you a huge,
Now you are the first vote.
it
Do
gives
you
a
plug in your
huge
computer or you
shield on
take
your
it to a
spine,
computer
shit like
store?
that.
Yeah.
Computer store. Everyone for computer store, raise thy hand.
You know, I'm down for the
Let's
computer
try it.
store.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Weiss, you're outnumbered, so your vote doesn't
Oh,
even give a
I
fuck.
was like, I was gonna raise my hand.
To page 89 it is.
I want to stick with pages ending with 9. 9.
I never messed with a virus before, says Mark. And I'm going to start now. Let's get this to the store. A week later, the store manager calls and says it's ready. You owe it to the store. What is wrong with it, you ask? Everything, the manager exclaims. Viruses. Oh, hold on. Let's give him a little Jersey accent. All right, everything, the manager exclaims. Viruses all over the place. New ones that I've never even seen before. But don't worry, we erased them all. And he hands you a bill. You glance at it and gulp. The repair costs hundreds of dollars. My mom will pay for this, you say quickly. Then you scram. That night, you boot up, eager to try your newest game. A weird tingling shock travels up your fingers from the keyboard. The next morning, you're too weak to get out of bed. Your mom says you're running a really high fever. Must be a virus, she murmurs. Your fever goes higher and higher and higher and higher. Straight
Oh
up
my
we'll
God.
climb. Dun, dun,
See, I
dun.
want to go with 80s going higher and higher, baby.
True. I like how we went different genres also. And
hold
that's the
on.
last thing we remember before the end.
Damn, we died again.
Damn.
Okay, don't listen to Dylan. Don't listen to Sam.
Okay, let's see. What page
You
are we
also
on?
chose
We're on 19?
going to get it rebooted.
But we didn't die. When I was first choice.
Okay,
we
so
didn't die.
to plug in
And no
your
one listened
computer
to me.
again and reboot, we must turn to page 43.
All right.
Alright, we're rebooting. We're going
You have to
reboot.
because you went to the computer store and got
We
it.
died
And then-
twice already.
And then
What
you
the
got a
fuck?
virus.
That was quick.
God.
We haven't even reached like
All
an
right, Mark.
antagonist yet.
I'm game. You
Right.
declare. Let's reboot and give it another shot. You boot up your computer again. Everything
Reboot.
seems normal.
I mean, the only
You
antagonist
log
so far
on
was
to the
door.
internet. Instead of the message, a weird swirling image appears. Oh, what is that?
It's a swirling
Mark
circle
asks.
of death.
I don't know. You answers the face
It's
starts to
Clippy.
form. The face of a hideous monster.
Clippy.
Two sharp pincers snap open and close.
Clippy.
Yellow pus squirts out of its mouth.
Clippy.
Wait a minute, Mark shouts. What was that name of the web crawler you got?
Clippy.
Spider,
Spider.
you answer. Then that means. What does it mean? Turn to page 37.
And find out next time.
That's your web crawler, Mark says. You grin. The monster is Spider? Cool. You punch in a few commands.
Fuck you.
So, let's delete Spider. You say as you're typing, but that should delete the virus, right? Right. And it'll also get rid of the monster, whatever is sending you those weird messages, Mark agrees.
It looks more like the alien.
But before you finish typing, a new message pops up on your computer screen. Don't try to delete me. Whoa! You cry. Whoever wrote this program is good. They guess you try to delete it? Mark exclaims. Try the mouse. Turn to page 24.
Damn dog, this is getting
Okay. Do we need to take a break? Or
No.
can you keep going?
My heart's okay. My heart's okay.
I
Alright.
mean, as long as the spider doesn't come out, we're fine.
But the mouse is frozen. No matter how much you move it around and how many times you click the button, going to 2 girls 1 cup was definitely a bad idea. The spider face starts to change shape. The colors swirl around again.
Oh, hold up. It's too early for that. It's rotten.com. It's just rotten.com in general.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
fuck that side.
True.
I remember that.
Maybe it's going away. You mumble hopefully. But it doesn't go away. It changes from the shape of a 4-eyed monster to an entire monster. Tentacles and all.
Brutal.
But that's not the worst part. See what's worse on page 78!
It's hentai.
What's that mean? It's the cover.
The worst part is that one of the monster's tentacles is pushing against the screen,
Okay.
and the screen bulges out.
Whoa,
Emphasis
brutal.
on bulges. The bump, you murmur. I forgot all about it. I don't believe it, Mark
Yeah.
says.
Nani?
I told you. You cry as the bulge gets bigger and bigger.
Ooh,
Oh,
there might
kids.
be a girl in this book.
Yeah, this just turned into an anime.
The screen suddenly splits. A blue tentacle bursts through the waves around in the air. Yikes! You yell. You and Mark jump back from the computer. The next minute, another tentacle pokes out.
Oh my god.
Then another. Then another. Bakana. Nani?
Joe's face was the first person.
Finally, the entire spider monster bursts out of your monitor. It plops onto your desk and gropes around, feeling its way across the piles of papers and pencils. Oh my god!
Keep going. Keep going.
What?
1 second.
What's the age?
What's up? What are you looking for?
I'm just trying to see when this book was printed.
Here, I can find it for you.
Here it is. 1999.
So
February 1999.
close enough.
Grope your way to page 56. The fact that it's specifically telling us to grope our way.
Fucking Sam's a little too happy. about it.
You missed me jerking it.
I saw you staring right at me.
Joe, your best hentai girl impression.
Yeah, Joe, give us one of your favorite
Dylan, do
hentai
your
girls.
best hentai girl impression.
Oni-chan.
Joseph? Gives me a chance to drink some wine.
Actually, you're doing a pretty good job of doing it, Joe, just by giving heavy breath.
Thank you.
No, it has to be more.
You gotta do it with like every slam. Like imagine a cock's being into you, and with every slam.
Oh my god.
I've seen enough hentai.
Yeah.
You and Mark stare into the horrors of at the enormous creature at your desk. It's about the size of a small cat. Its 4 huge eyes look as if they belong on a tarantula.
Thanks.
Its
Probably
big,
friendly.
squishy body looks as if it belongs on an octopus.
No, we'll
What's
even
wrong
eat
with
this right
you?
now.
The
What is
monster
octopus
spider
to its
snarls.
Hey, one person talking at a time.
Sorry,
guys.
sorry. I was like,
Except if it's hentai quotes.
I asked you to help me, but you didn't. It stamps on one of its hairy tentacles. You and Mark back up a few more feet, slowly. Now Spidey is very angry with you, the monster growls. Spidey, you and Mark exchange a glance. Let's make a break for the door, Mark says. Okay, you whisper back. But we better move fast. You both leap toward the bedroom door. You grab the doorknob. You're about to wrench open the door when you hear a terrifying scream behind you. You duck instinctively. Spidey flies past your shoulder. It smacks against the door, slamming it shut. Then the monster faces you. Going somewhere?
Actually, it says this. Continue more.
Translated to going somewhere.
What was it? Yelling?
Answer on page 108.
Oh, we are so.
Luis-chan.
No.
Luis Chad.
No, not going anywhere, Mark stammers. But you've had it with the spider. You grab the doorknob and fling it open, Spidey and all. You make it as far as the hall. Ah! Spidey lets out a war cry and leaps at you.
Wait, its worker more sounds like...
Its legs clamp onto your chest. Its tentacles dig in as if they were cat's claws. Before you can scream or push it away, Spidey sinks its dripping fangs into your neck.
Oh, goddamn.
No! You scream. The next instant, the monster drops off and scuttles to the stairs. Scuttle to page 26.
Let's go.
Gosh, I swear, if we die again already, I'm gonna be
Wait,
pissed.
we got bit by the monster?
Yeah.
Yep.
What's gonna
Look at
happen?
that bite, Mark
Oh,
exclaims.
shit.
Its expression of horror fills his face. You hurry into your room and glance in the mirror. The bite mark is purplish red and already swollen. It throbs. Is the monster gone? You ask. Your voice trembles. You feel really sick. You begin to shake all over. Yeah, Mark answers. But I have to tell you, I think we should go after it. Are you crazy? You say. I need to call my mom. She'll come home and help me.
No, she'll get amnesia.
But
Bitch she is.
by then,
What plot twist
it'll
used to have
be too
amnesia?
late, Mark insists. We have to catch it. They'll need to test it for diseases and stuff. It has a virus, remember? Make up your mind.
Oh my god.
You could call your mom, but then the Spidey will get away. Joseph! To chase the monster, turn to page 32, or to call your mother, turn to page 50.
Choose the monster.
Oh, Joseph being dangerous.
Yeah, that's what
Or to chase the monster, raise thy hand.
Yo, I'm with Joe on this one.
One.
Parents are useless in Goosebumps usually.
2.
Yeah,
True.
parents are
True.
useless. It's unanimous.
It is unanimous 5, so we're going to chase the monster. Turn to page 32, and now it's time for the epic voice. Well, actually, I'm not narrating that part. Here it is. You're right, you tell Mark. We've got to find that spider thing. If it has some disease, we've got to know.
Oh my god.
Come on, Mark shouts. It went down the stairs. You both hurtle down the stairs that lead to the kitchen. You stare at the kitchen table and chairs, the cabinets and countertops. It could be anywhere, you say. You glance at Mark. Oh, hey, Mark.
Oh, hi, Ma.
He looks as terrified as you feel. Unless, Mark begins, his eyes go wide. Unless what, you ask? You won't find out unless you turn to page 100.
Wait, clear this up for me. Is the spider small or is it big?
It's as
It's
big
the
as a
size
cat.
of a cat.
Okay.
Yeah, as big as a cat and as strong as a cat.
And 4 legs like a tarantula.
4 eyes.
Tentacles? Hairy tentacles?
True, tentacles, sorry,
Yeah.
my bad.
No, I said 4 eyes like a spider.
Like
Yeah,
a
hairy
tarantula.
tentacles.
Unless it went down there. Mark points to the door that leads to the basement. It's slightly ajar. You gulp. The basement. The scariest room in the house.
Don't
Dark.
go in the basement.
Dingy. Damp and filled with choices. Spots for big, hairy spiders to hide. No way, Mark declares. You roll your eyes. You didn't even ask. All right. You say with a sigh. I'll search down there. You keep looking up here. You try to stop your hand from shaking as you reach for the doorknob. Descend into the basement on page 122.
I was hoping we'd
It's
meet
where
a
all
nice-
internet trolls hide. My mother's
In
basement.
the basement.
Sam wins that
Well
one.
played.
The basement is dark. Even after you flip on the light, there's only one dim, flickering bulb in a corner. Creak! Creak! The stairs moan as you step down them. Something soft brushes against your neck. You
It's
jump
Mother.
about a mile,
It's Mother.
screaming your head off. Then you realize it's only an old mop. You stop
only a
screaming,
book.
but you realize someone else is screaming now. Mark! You bound back up the stairs into the kitchen. It bit me! Mark cries. With one hand, he's holding closed the door to the cabinet under the sink. He holds out his other hand, showing you the ugly, swollen red bite mark on his wrist. Bits of yellow pus clinging to it. Let me out! Spidey's growling voice comes through the door. Let me out, and I'll give you something you need.
Jeez.
Find out what Spidey wants to give you on page 129.
Nudie picture.
Let's hope so.
Of Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh, here we
No,
go.
no one wants that. Because what's it called? We just watched that Simpsons Treehouse of Horrors. I was thinking, no one wants all these nude pictures of Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh yeah.
And the what's it called? Bombs a pit gives it back to him.
Pretty please? Spidey's voice grows softer, gentler. If you let me out, Georgie, I'll tell you how to treat the virus. Maybe you should let the ugly thing out, but what if it's a trick? Wait! To let Spidey out, turn to page 47. But to keep the monster under the sink, we must turn to page 25.
So he's not exactly a spider. Let him out.
You're gonna let out
Yeah.
the Spidey? All in favor of letting out Spidey?
No.
1, 2,
Fuck it, let's do it.
3. Is that a raised hand?
See if you have to don't listen to me or not.
Alright, so it's 3 to 2.
Let the spider out.
To let Spidey out, we must turn to page
He wants to
47.
give us something. He wants to give us nudes. Come on,
Worst case
guys.
scenario, we can always blame Lise. Just
Yeah, like I
Just
blamed you and
Just don't
Dylan.
listen to me anymore.
God, I guess we'd better let it out. Mark says, I'm not opening that door. That thing bit me.
That thing bit me.
I mean, it bit me too.
It
You
bit me,
snap.
Charlie.
But we're both going to get sick. And I want to know what the cure is. Didn't you want to hear what it said? Mark won't budge.
Boys don't cry.
So finally, you reach for
That's
the
the
cabinet
cure.
door handle. You quickly swing it open, then jerk your arm back out of the way. You don't want another bite? Rattle bang! Bottles and cans fall over as Spidey pokes its hideous head into
Balls
the
and
kitchen.
cans, just clap your hands, just clap your hands.
Oh, what?
Where it's at?
Oh.
Boom, boom, boom. I got 2 turntables and a microphone. Where it's at? Yeah, that's all I got. That was a wonderful playing.
Your heart is pounding, but you try to act fearless. Are you coming out or not, you demand? Find out on page 70.
I'm coming out. I
Speaking of
want
which,
the
it's
world
Pride
to
weekend.
know.
it is.
It is. I was about to say, shout out for one of my people. It's going to be 2 weeks after this comes out. But one of the people who works at the theater is a very an open gay man who actually sings in one of the choirs.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, really cool guy.
I'm gonna say I'll talk about my thoughts after the podcast because we're doing Spooking of Which.
Truth.
Gay.
I don't know. Being gay is scary.
Well, it's more of a different kind of scary, and again,
BDSM! You made the right decision to let me out there, Georgie. Spidey tells you. Gross. Mark mutters as the monster's mouth drips yellow pus onto the floor. Just tell us the cure, you demand. I feel sick already. I'm all hot and sweaty and shaky, too. Oh, that's the virus, all right, Spidey says. It's erasing your memory. Pretty soon you won't remember the rules of your favorite sports. You won't even remember your best friend's name. You won't even know the words to Mary had a little lamb.
Okay, that was creepy.
Little lamp? That's not right. Mark frowns. Or is it? You shrug. I mean, it sounds right to me. You're forgetting things already, the monster points out. Okay, you say. We let you out, now keep your word. How do we get better? Yeah, Mark adds. What's the cure for this thing? Spidey chuckles. A deep, mean-sounding chuckle. Find out why it's laughing on page 133.
I dropped the book!
No, we'll never find out what happens to us again.
Yeah, we're gonna forget like our mom.
What?
We're basic bitches.
Basic bitch.
I hit my head. What is a child?
What is a child?
I hit my head. What's adulthood?
I hit my head. What's my head?
I hit my head. Who's this Adam Sandler? Why is this 51st Dates?
I hit my head.
Wouldn't it be nice if we could wake up? Curing the vice is easy, Spidey sends between guffaws. Or is it guffaws? But you will like it. Why not, you ask?
You have to put this finger up your bum.
You have to make a special soup, the monster answers. Cook up pig's knuckles, fish heads, tiny fish heads, sheep's eyeballs, and Brussels sprouts.
Ooh.
And add some computer chips. You and Mark glance at each other. Your eyes lock. No way, your expression says. You've got to eat 4 gallons of it, Spidey goes on.
Brutal.
Every day. For a week. No possible way. I'd rather be walking zombie than eat that stuff, Mark declares. Yeah, I agree. I'd rather... But you can't finish the sentence. You've forgotten how to speak. You should have jumped at the chance to eat that disgusting soup because now you're in serious trouble. You've forgotten how to eat as well. For you and for Mark.
Oh!
This is the end. And it's 1, 2, 3 strikes. You're out at the old virus game.
For what it's worth, this one actually is kind of hard to get a good ending on.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I think we're good at 3 for this one. I want to try to keep this one a little short because I got to edit this before vacation.
True.
So, 3 endings, all bad. I gotta give this one props. It actually makes you kind of have to work for your good
Well, not only
endings.
that, because it's like, which way do you want to go?
Right? Gosh, I gotta give this one props.
I think I actually found the real ending.
Yeah, there's like 3 good endings.
Would you like to hear one of the good endings?
Yeah, sure.
So I'm assuming you meet a girl named Rachel, and that you're about to kill Spidey itself. And on this page, where the witting thing is, you watch in shock as Rachel races over to the spider monster. She scoops it up and cuddles it. I can't believe it's not biting her, Mark whispers. He's in awe. So are you. Rachel comes over, hugging the slimy blue monster and cooing to it. He told me that you two were mean to him.
Oh my god.
She huffs.
We let that fucking asshole out.
You
Fucking
scared
bitch.
him. That's why he bit you. Now I'm gonna make him my pet.
Oh my god.
What about the virus? You ask. How do I make it go away? Rachel whispers to Spider. Then she listens while it croaks an answer. He said just take a hot bubble bath. It'll go away in the morning.
Fucking
Great!
Shit.
You shout. Cool. Mark yells, giving you a high five.
Da, 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 da.
What was
That's
it?
a really good high five.
I was gonna say that was nice. Very nice sound.
Very nice.
Now I'm gonna take you home. Rachel coos to her new pet.
And shove you in my puss.
I think I'll name you Webster.
Oh my god.
The end.
I gotta give it. Oh god, I want to know how it led up to that.
Same.
You know, maybe you try to go call your mom and you accidentally call Rachel or something.
Or maybe she doesn't answer and she sends like a neighbor kid.
Yeah. No, I was about to say, kind of satisfied because sometimes to get the good ending in these books, you just have to use common sense.
Yeah.
You know, this one kind of went above and beyond of like.
I think it would have been. So I think if you guys didn't choose to let him out.
Yeah. Maybe be like, hey, let's get friend to help us out here.
Yeah.
I get
Oh my god, there's a wolf lady?
What?
What?
You've got to know the password, she growls.
That's probably the one for the virtual reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot there's technically 3.
Yeah.
And there's over 20 super spooky endings.
Yeah, I gotta give props to this one. This is actually probably the one I've liked the most out of all of this
Yeah,
was
pretty
a
cool.
bitch to fucking find. So I bought it once by itself, and they sent me this book, Zapped in Space, which is number 23. What's this number? 33?
This is 33.
They sent me number 23, Zapped in Space. Kind of has a similar cover, fucking green monster thing. But I didn't want to. I didn't complain to the people on eBay because it was one that I didn't have, and I'm trying to collect them all. But yeah, I found this one again and picked it up, and pretty satisfied with this one. I might actually reread this one on my own time and maybe do the virtual reality story and hope it's like Lawnmower Man.
Like
Right.
quick
Dun,
reimagining
dun,
the
dun.
spider.
Oh, I ain't cute. So, time for a segment with Christopher Le Rupel. All right. So, this week's assignment for you guys.
I found it.
Ah.
You had to call your mom.
Gotcha. Okay. So,
quick reimagining, so not so spooky.
Shut up!
okay. R.L. Stein is coming up. Is like, I need help writing these books, and he hires you all to brainstorm some ideas with him, and he wants you to come up with a title and a concept for the stories. And of course, as we all know with Give Yourself Goosebumps, there's always 2 stories, so make sure to give us both stories.
Okay.
My idea is called Gamer, and what happens is you have to choose between getting an Xbox 360 or a PS3. And if you choose the Xbox 360, you get sucked into either playing, for the good ending, you have to play something that isn't Halo. You have to play one of their indie games like Limbo and have a good time.
Yeah.
And then if you choose the PS4 one, you have to play one of the shooters on PS3 because that turns out to be the lame game compared to their art house games being really awesome, kind of thing. So it's kind of like a twist and turnsy kind of thing.
Yeah.
And horror and macabre elements would be getting called a shit-face asshole. On
I
a
fucked your
360.
mom.
Getting told someone fucked your mom, and they literally end up fucking your mom.
Oh my god, horrible ending.
And the PS3,
And you walk in.
And the PS3 one, it takes forever to. One of the endings would be it takes so long to install the game that you end up choking on some French fries. All right. Yep. So that was my idea. Who wants to go next?
Very good. Okay, let's see. For me, you find a tome. What ends up happening is your kid, let's just say high school era. This is the new coming of age of Give Yourself Goosebumps.
Okay.
They're geared towards more older kids. Basically 8th grade to freshmen.
The
setting,
Fear Street.
yes.
Even.
Mm-hmm. The setting is your local library. Unfortunately, you're a nerd.
Okay.
Well, not that it's unfortunate, but like you're the type of nerd that gets picked on.
I read.
You're the one who like eats lunch in the library because you're afraid that if you go where the other kids are, you're gonna get like bullied
Like Weiss.
or some shit. So while searching through your favorite section of books, you come across the fantasy section, which you don't want to be the stereotypical nerd, but it feeds your inner soul, and you're so happy to see it. You decide, one of the choices is, do you choose to reach for this book that's calling you on your right, or the one on your left? The one on the right takes you to a fantastic fantasy world where you're able to live out your wildest dreams, and you can exit and enter as freely as possible. It's literally your safe haven. And eventually, down the line, one of the good endings is you can become ruler or a champion of said realm inside the book.
Kind of like TikTok, You're Dead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess so.
There's like an ending where you become king of like a past thing, and you make your brother your slave.
Nice. On the left becomes a much darker tome, set in very much a vampiric age. As soon as you arrive, you are in Dracula's castle, but there's an epic war between Nosferatu and King Dracula himself.
All right.
Because he split himself into 2 entities.
Okay.
Because he wanted his own.
Kind of like Castlevania.
Mm-hmm. And then
Symphony of the Night.
so many. My thing is, if you go with left, you're gonna die out of, let's just say, out of 20 endings, there's only 2 good ones.
Yeah.
In it, all bad endings end up being you're a sacrificial lamb to Nosferatu, sacrificial lamb to Dracula. You become one of their spawns. You become one of their monsters. You get transformed into itself. Now, for me, it'd be awesome because I get all these kick-ass powers.
Yeah.
But for like the average reader who doesn't want to do that, and the best ending is you're able to sneak around collecting relics that could kill each of them, but you have to do it very stealthily, because at the end of the final good ending, it's the giant war between Nosferatu's army and Dracula's. And at the end, when they're both in the battlefield, only the two of them, you appear with both relics in hand and stop them, and that's how you earn your freedom.
Alright, what's the title of this one?
Let's see. The title of this is Check Out.
Check out. Alright, okay. Who wants to go next? Weiss?
So mine would be called No Time to Waste.
Alright.
And
That's ironic.
it starts out of right?
That's bravo on that.
It starts off of course you have like a kid and you're like two best friends.
Okay.
And you guys are at school and you get to use the elevator that nobody uses because you found the key, so you're using the elevator now.
I'm giving props to Weiss on this one because
it's a 90s.
It's a very 90s and very relatable story also.
Yeah. So you use the elevator, but unbeknownst to you, that it's very sketchy and very magical, I guess you could say, and you end up time traveling using like the numbers, but you only have like 4 or 5 numbers, so you can only go so far.
Yeah.
But you start time traveling, and you go to like, you can end up in a dinosaur, like prehistoric time, where you probably get chased by dinosaurs or eaten by raptors. That's like one of the bad endings. Or another time where you go back to like the witch hunting times, or where they end up thinking you guys are witches because you have all this technology. So you end up getting burned at the stake or something like that. Or you go to like night times and fight like other like factions with night swords and stuff like that as kids, just even though like you guys would topple on each other, just like top night, kind of like that.
Okay.
And do stupid things, or like most of the good endings that happen, like you change like the due date of like your homework that was due that day or something like that. Or you change like...
Ooh, a bad ending should be you accidentally change your due date for your homework to yesterday and you failed the assignment.
you
end up failing the class.
Yep.
So you have to go to summer school.
Oh
my god.
Exactly.
There's some pretty good ideas for endings on this one.
There you go.
Like you should... Okay, so here, I'm R.L. Stein, so I'm going to... I think you should maybe... one of the endings is you go back to only go through time in your time period. And then the other one is the separate path. You should go to like the past and stuff, like like Peabody and Sherman maybe.
Yeah, like that.
Yes, yeah.
Actually, R.L. Stein would have just bought your idea and then make it his vision, and then not even give you credit.
Right, that's what he does with most of his books.
We gotta make sure, like, if this ends up somewhere because some R.L. Stein writers are hearing this, fuck them. I'm gonna put that trademark right now.
I was gonna say it's kind of like TikTok, You're Dead. Honestly,
Yeah.
like it is kind of
I
like
read
that
that
one.
I read
It's
that one.
we have it. We can play it sometime. All right, who's next? Joe, I want to hear your idea. Give yourself oh wait. Oh yeah, you had a title for it. I actually like the title a lot.
I came up with one. Call it Maze House or the House of Maze.
Ooh, I like House of Maze, but spell it with M-A-I-Z-E and make it about corn, and you got yourself a deal.
So like typical child goes to their grandparents' house or just goes to a neighbor's house for the day because their mom's out of town.
Let's do grandparents' house because that is a staple of Goosebumps.
All right, grandparents'
Of
house.
going to a family member no one gives a shit about.
So I mean, and then obviously they break down the rules. They're like, don't say play, blah blah blah. And then there's like there's a locked room, there's a locked door to a room that I do not want you to enter. So one night you go investigate that door. There's nothing suspicious about the door, and then you hear a paper slide under it, and it just basically say, "Do you want to play?"
Ooh.
And then there's where the options of like you play the game, which is you actually go into a room and it's a maze and you have to figure out how to get out. And then option 2 would have been
no, but then it turns out your grandma's trying to make you into stew.
Yes, I was gonna go with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to escape. You have to.
I am assisting you.
You have to escape that house because it turns out your grandparents are demonic.
And that's why
beings.
it's called Maze House because he wants to put you in corn soup.
So would the true ending come if you play the game and win it?
No, there's a true ending for each one. There's always a good ending for each story.
Well, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
That's why I asked.
Yes, the true ending. If you do play the game, you become king of the maze, and you can leave, and you can boast to your friends like, "Hi, I just completed the maze. What did you do this summer?"
Yeah.
And then.
But then they won't believe you.
But no-
Yeah, you get thrown in the loony bin.
It's always
No. See, there should be an option where you think you win, but it's actually in your mind you only won, and you're just cowering in the corner of a maze. And another one is you get smashed by like a minotaur or something.
That's hot.
Yeah.
That's
those
actually
are, those
hot.
are the death endings. And then option 2 good endings. You leave the house, and you tell your mom like,
Grandma tried to eat
that
me."
wasn't Grandma's house. She lives 2 blocks that way.
Where the fuck did you go throw me
That's-
off, Grandma?
that's-
Or Mom?
That's a good Goosebumps.
No, and that's also that movie where it's like the two grandparents who are.
Oh,
like,
The Visit.
I
Thank
am
you.
ripping that off. Shit.
That's fine. R.L. Stein rips off everything.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say.
He rips up Twilight Zone.
Ah, he
All right,
does.
Dylan, next. All right, give us a
I
spook.
mean, I'm actually excited to see where this goes.
I literally been stuck trying to think of a name for it, and I think
Well, we can come up with a name at the end.
Well, I kind of have a name for it.
Okay.
Isolation.
Isolation. Does it have the word ice-olation?
No.
It has. I can't buy this unless it has the pun. I'm sorry.
You play. Well, you know, basically your character that you play as is this guy that like knows how to survive in the woods. Like you know how to make like simple stone tools to like chop down trees and whatnot. Like you've been like learning how to do this your whole life, kind of thing.
You're kind of like the kid from Camp Nightmare. You know, he's very self-sufficient.
I didn't.
It's a Goosebumps book and also a really good episode
Okay.
with aliens.
So basically, it's like
I believe
that,
Glorpy, Dad.
and it's kind of like a I don't know how to explain
Tomb
it.
Raider.
I don't know how to explain it really, but the premise is like you have survival training, you know how to survive in the forest on your own and whatnot, and somehow you get separated from like your group or your family or what have you, whatever you're doing, because I don't know, at night you hear something that catches your attention, you come outside and there's like a light in the darkness, and you follow it because you think it's a flashlight and somebody's trying to like SOS.
Yeah.
So you keep following it, and as you like try to follow it deeper and deeper into the forest, it seems like it's not getting closer. It's like the same distance away from you from when you initially started. And as you're following it, it's nighttime, but like as you're following it, it's getting darker and darker like around you, and you're kind of like, what the fuck? But like the light is the only thing that's staying the same. So eventually you're following it, and then finally it like comes up to you and flashes you, like it shoots towards you but blinds you. You like stumble and you fall down a cliff into a river, and then like
The end.
Yes.
Good
No.
ending.
No, that's the good ending. Yes. You walk. So basically, you go down the river and fall in the river, and the river washes you somewhere. You have no idea where you are, and so you make a base camp.
And it turns out you're in the past, and I'm going to change your title to Late Years.
No. So basically,
Oh, thank you.
you're kind of like stuck in the woods, and you don't know where you are, but you need to survive. So you make a camp. You make like a little hut and like fire, and you make a bow and whatever. And the premise is that you think that if you survive long enough, somebody will find you, and it ends up taking like months, and then months kind of become years. You kind of start to lose it. And this is where it kind of gets the spooky aspect of it, right? So this whole time you've been surviving, killing like squirrels and rabbits and shit to like eat. And
Turns
then,
out you're in a state park, the village.
That'd be great.
You're in a shopping mall just killing people.
Yeah.
And remarkably, like you've kind of gone this whole time without like attracting a predator, except for this time because why the fuck not? And it's a bear. And the bear.
Can I intervene and can we call it Saber, like the monster from Camp Nightmare, and tie this book into that one?
So the bear attacks, and
I don't know how R.L. Stein sounds like.
granted, all you have is a bow with like shitty arrows, so you're not doing much damage to it. It like hits you really good and sends you on the floor, and you're like hurt really bad. And like at the last ditch effort, you try to shoot the bear, except that you fucking cast magic and you fucking blow up the bear with your arrow, and then you pass out and you wake up again and you like patch yourself up and you're basically like, that happened? I don't know.
And you're in Tamriel.
Yes.
Dun 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 dun. Oh wait, that's a Game of Thrones.
Da 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 da.
And basically, like the good ending and bad ending is that like at this point your character's kind of like going crazy because they're not sure if they are going crazy or what, because they've just been isolated, for so long. And basically, how the endings differ is that essentially is like whether or not you believe it's happening or don't believe it's happening.
Okay.
I like
And the
that.
bad ending is if you don't believe it's happening.
Okay.
Because as you're trying to tell yourself everything's fine, there's like shadows that like shadow monsters at night,
Yeah.
or whatever, that try to come for you now. That like basically because you casted magic, you got the attention of these creatures that like normally would just be like, fuck whatever person.
Yeah.
And every night they like torment you from like you have your fire, and the fire is what protects you from them, but they're still on the outside ring of the light.
Quite.
Basically, like, the bad ending is like telling yourself it's not real, it's not happening, and eventually you just kind of lose it, and then they come after you.
And you don't set that fire for the night.
Or,
All right.
I don't know, something.
Damn.
Can we bookmark this episode, and I want you to make a comic of this because I'm thoroughly invested.
But the good ending is if you believe it.
Yeah.
And you like kind of get like a good pool of like magical attacks to like combat the monsters, till eventually you find that what's happening is this like demonic entity separated you from your group to like his thing is to cause pandemonium. But he only isolates one person at a time because it's like if he does it
You said pandemonium. Is it a giant panda attacking you?
No.
Since this is Goosebumps after all.
Fucking-
And can we change the title to Pandemonium then? Thank you.
But basically you take the fight to the demon.
Yeah.
And you're able to kill him, and then you
Because
go back
you believe?
because you believed, and you're able to like strengthen your magic to like fight against him, I guess.
Nice.
Okay.
And then you beat him, and then the like illusion that he was casting over you to like keep you in place ends, and you're able to like find your way back to civilization, kind of thing.
Good shit.
Alright, Sam, finish us off.
Okay, so I've been trying to think of a good title, so I'm just going to call it for right now, If Looks Could Kill.
Okay.
So it
There better
starts
be a hot
off
person.
being over at your great aunt's house, because it's, again, always someone you don't give a flying fuck about.
Yeah.
And you're there with your friend, because there's always a weird friend that follows you everywhere.
Sure.
And you're there, and you're cleaning out her closet, because she wants you to. And it's totally bogus, man.
Bruh.
And going through it, you find this old pendant. And you go, and your friend's like, oh, I want to try that on, you know, like, think it'd be funny. And you have the option of putting it on, or your friend putting it on.
Okay.
If you put it on, it at first seems like nothing happens. It just seems like you're wearing old, you think it's kind of tacky jewelry. And then, but then you notice as you spend the night at your great aunt's house, there's some weird things going on in the night. Like you hear some bumps, you hear something. And you try to investigate and nothing happens. Until finally the next day when you're snooping around, because you're like, I swear I heard something. You find, and this is eventually explained by some weird way of exposition, that it's like your great grand person that's a mummy, and they've come to life to reclaim their jewelry.
Alright.
And you must,
I like
and
the
you must
mummy
put them to rest. And one of the bad endings is you being embalmed alive, basically.
aspect.
Can another bad ending be that when you wear the jewelry, the mummy is siphoning your life energy and she takes your place?
That could be.
Can I
I'm actually
have a
gonna-
change of the name for this? Is I Want My Mummy? Change it to that. Would it be?
Yeah, I'd be down for
my mummy.
that. So then if your friend takes it,
Are you my mummy?
Oh, I like that one better. Let's
you're
rip off
great.
that show.
I was gonna say I like that one actually, because
It's a rips off Doctor Who.
if your friend takes it, she gets possessed by your great
Your
grand,
ancestor.
yeah, your ancestor, and starts to pretty much try to like take over, and kill people. And I was gonna say it's obviously not super graphic because it's Goosebumps, but one of the bad endings is her sacrificing you,
Okay.
Yeah, because that's
and a
how
good
it was.
ending is freeing her from the curse.
Okay. All right. As R.L. Stein, I think we did some good work here.
I actually liked everyone's.
I did. enjoy
I'm
them
actually
all.
thoroughly invested in
I was gonna
Dylan.
say I actually have one critique of Dylan's, and that's that it was more kind of Stephen King than
Yeah.
R.L. Stein.
Well, will you let me fucking talk, you fucking bitch? Oh, I'm R.L. Stein, and I need to talk here.
Because it's my podcast.
Sir in the red shirt, Dylan is your name, right? Here's a business card. It's my friend Stephen King. Unfortunately, this is a little too mature for my book series. But he might like it and actually help you adapt it. He does work well with others. Unfortunately, I can't buy your book.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry, my
But-
name's
but-
Stephen King, and I actually really liked your work.
Look at my corgi.
Oh, my name is Stephen King, and I liked it. Oh,
I'll throw in even one of my assistants, and don't worry, she gives a little good sucky action.
I'm in a loving relationship.
Burger King.
Juan is your name, right? Your story, it was what was it again? Oh boy, oh lordy. It was the Fear Street one, right? A little more mature, going into a book world, right? I don't know about this one. I did enjoy it, but I'd have to make it a little more PC. I'm afraid, but I did enjoy it for what it was worth. But it was a little too mature and frightening for the
I'm
children.
the one who thinks that he sounds like a fucking what is it, Nicolas Cage having a stroke?
I would like you to shut the fuck up. Goddamn brown person. Get out of my office. Oh, you're fired.
You're fired.
Oh,
You're never hired.
Mr. Native American man. Yours was, which spooky one was it again? I get them confused with everyone else's. It was so forgettable. I'm sorry, sir. I can't even remember it.
It's the voice. It's literally the fucking Nicolas Cage voice that's giving me.
The only woman in the room. I did like yours a lot, but it does need a good title.
A man's title.
It does need a man's title. I will be adapting yours, but until I can come up with a name, I won't be able to give it a proper print. I'm sorry. Shut the fuck up. I told you to get out of my office.
You're my
Chambers. Mr. Chambers.
Yes, sir.
I love May's House, and it is the best concept I've ever heard for Give Yourself Goosebumps.
Joins!
Everyone had a very good idea, but yours is the most schlocky of them all. So that is why it wins.
And it's more specifically because you ripped off the great movie The Visit.
Yes.
So you took the
'Cause
direct
one part
inspiration
was-
from Stephen King. I mean,
By me, by ripping off from Stephen King
Yeah.
and Twilight.
What? Stephen King didn't make The Visit?
No. I said
I love M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong, so I like to rip him off. So I would like to write you this check for $500 for the idea. Here you go.
All right.
All right.
Meanwhile, alright, this is the Give Yourself Goosebump ending. You decide to take the check from R.L. Stein. As you go down to the bank to cash it, you realize that the decimal point was moved in the wrong direction. Unfortunately,
It's only $5.
Thank you. Damn it! That was my ending!
Oh, thank you, Stephen. R.L. Stein here. I mean, God. I've been found out.
You know what'd be even better? You
No.
decide to take the shortcut down the slippery stairs, and you slip and crack your head open, falling face first.
R.L. Stein
Check
sees you
You decide to...
on the floor.
And molest you.
you
Oh, I was
decide-
gonna say he takes the check back and cashes it for himself.
Yeah, I was thinking of
Why
that.
would he stretch his own
Wait,
check?
but you
For pocket change for the strip club.
guess.
You decide to take the
I don't know why he
money.
doesn't use his bank card.
You
Strip
decide.
club.
You decide. To
He's
take
not
the
that
money-
dumb.
Yeah, let's say you decide to take the money and go to the strip club. What are you doing in a strip club? You're only a kid. Get the fuck out.
Alright, but in all
Close
honesty,
the
I
book.
love all
Close
your
the
guys'
book.
ideas, though. I do. I will admit, I love all your guys' ideas. Sam's and Joe's are my first two places for Give Yourself Goosebumps, because they're the most Give Yourself Goosebumpies as period. But since Sam couldn't come up with a good enough title for it,
Fair enough.
I had to give it to Joseph for having the best Give Yourself Goosebumps.
Nice.
Dylan wins the best Stephen King book award,
Yay.
which, in all honesty, means
That's the real reward.
That's the
'cause you're
real
gonna get
winner.
a movie.
Yeah.
You're just gonna get it.
Ours
Juan,
was
I
good
liked
schlocky
your
TV
the
show
book choices.
episode.
I don't mind.
Very creative, very smart. And Weiss, I honestly couldn't remember yours. I
No time
apologize.
to waste.
No Time to Waste. I love the title. God. Oh yeah, it was the elevator and time portal.
You're basically a time lord.
I'd say that. Yeah, it wins a good place, but it's one of those ones that is kind of forgettable. Like all of Give Yourself
No, half
Goosebumps.
of them.
So,
Fits
right
so
in.
in all honesty,
I'm in
Weiss
there.
is kind of
Weiss
the winner.
wins.
Weiss is
Weiss
kind of the winner.
indirectly wins.
Yeah. Sorry, Dylan's kind of overscoped yours really hardcore.
Oh, I love Dylan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Like I said, I really want Dylan to draw it.
That's what I say. So, but in all honesty, I did like yours also, the elevator. If it was a little more fleshed out, I think we could have ourselves a good deal.
If you would have named it Ride My Elevator.
Right,
So
right.
I was gonna say.
I'm gonna give the games 1 to Sam on this one since Joe's not on this list. 'Cause-
Fair enough.
fair enough.
Because I got second place, and since first place isn't on
Technically,
this list.
you're co-first place.
Yeah. I just couldn't come up with a good title.
You're basically first loser.
I was gonna say I like the "Are You My Mummy?" That was a good one.
My mummy.
But it doesn't. I don't know. I didn't think it was good enough for a title.
Okay, so it wouldn't be a title, but it would be.
It would be like the side note.
Yes.
You know where.
Yeah.
What's it called? Like fuck. Do they not have
Yeah, this one says reader be. No, where is it?
Yeah,
at?
they all
No. But you know what I'm talking about.
talk about Snag Attack. They're on the.
Thank
back.
you.
There
Yeah,
we go.
this one's log on for a free megabyte.
Yeah.
So, are you my mummy?
But yeah, Stephen King has a corgi. He
Yep.
tweets constantly.
So thank you for joining us this evening for Give Yourself Goosebumps. Let's say you got yourself a Give Yourself Goosebumps book that you want to hear us read. Tell us about it. We want to read specific ones that you want to hear. Maybe there's one that you're like, that was fucking stupid. I want to hear their criticism of this book.
This one's my favorite. Give Yourself Goosebumps.
And if you want to send us a book, you should probably shoot us a direct line. See,
This is the one that Stephen King directly jizzed on.
Yeah.
How did I get here?
I was about to say, contact us either by contacting mine or Raj McGee's Twitter. Mine is at _rupel, or is it hyphen?
Yeah,
Underscore.
I think yours is underscore.
yeah, it's underscore.
Just contact me at _rupel, and if you want to contact Juan instead, it's
At Rose McGee.
but if you don't want to do a tweet, maybe you want to do an email. You can also
Instagram.
contact. You can also
Snapchat to do.
You can also contact what's called therupel@gmail.com.
Ooh.
Pretty
sexy.
simple, pretty easy, and it's actually the easiest way to directly contact me because it goes straight to my phone.
Truth.
But let's say you want to maybe donate something a little better. Maybe you want to pitch in $1 every month to us. This money goes directly to the podcast to buy new supplies for everything. It helps buy and supply us and help our creativity grow from there. But maybe you don't have $1 to spare on Patreon at patreon.com/speaking of which. Go ahead and spread the word of the podcast. Recommend it to a friend and tell them to recommend it to a friend and keep going from there. It's kind of like what they told me back at church. If you tell 2 friends, they'll tell 2 friends.
It's like Mary Kay also.
That's
Yeah.
like 10 people right there.
Yeah, that's
It's like weed.
it's gross.
Oh, literally, if you tell 5 people and they tell 5 people, you run out of it, I think, in about like 12 to 20 cycles, if I remember correctly.
Hey,
You run out of people to tell.
I'd rather
So
run
not
out of
that hard.
cycles and have everybody know than no one tell anyone at all.
It's like weed.
Smoke weed every day. But thank you for joining us this evening. Roars McGee, where can we find you?
You can find me at twitch.tv/Rars McGee, where we play awesome games and have great times. Become a member of the We Live in crew by hitting that follow button so you know when I'm live. Right now, we're currently playing Final Fantasy IX, and like I revealed last podcast, we are playing The Darkest Dungeon.
Also, you can find him on the couch.
Yes, I'm right here on the couch. Hi!
Technically futon.
Oh, yes, a futon with my legs spread and my dick ready for you to put in your mouth. Or vice versa. I'm down to suck some dick, eat some pussy, eat some ass. Never discriminate. You can also find me on Snapchat and Instagram at Rars McGee. And if you go to my Twitch page, you can also click the link to my book face.
Would 69ing also be an option? I'm
Yes,
asking
oh,
for the
of course. 69 is actually recommended.
Alright, thank you for joining us this evening, folks. And remember, keep it spooky, bitches!
Spooking of Which.
I'm Christopher Rupel signing off with
Rars McGee. Joe!
Also, Joe.
Sam.
and that's amore.
This is Mikey Beast. Don't forget to like button and don't forget to support small streams and support small podcasts.
Go watch Under Wraps.
Go watch Under Wraps. Yeah.
Go watch Under Wraps.
Suck my dick.